Sigues viva y tu vida sin mí es el crimen perfecto.
Hello, good morning everybody. I'm Blas Rivera. Here we are, broadcasting from Santa Teresa, no Rio de Janeiro, very close to Corcovado. This is our intention of an English-speaking podcast. Its name, Y nunca más volvio, and never returned.
First of all, a warning. Attention, this program comes along with the video as well. Today I want to remember Osvaldo Bayer once again. This time, not necessarily the saga of struggles that took the old Bayer to face constantly the big ones of the neighborhood, but the argumentative and sweet Bayer, the tender, austere and fighter Bayer. He might probably has already heard me from the sky saying he's old, and of course, he's already yelling at me. I want to recall Bayer as a Rosario Central football fan, his beloved team. Bayer in his bunker against the planetary inequality in the neighborhood of Belgrano. What a coincidence, in Cuba Street. Today I choose only 2 strokes. One night after our concert called Exile, we were dining in a beautiful yard in Cordoba mountains, at a big table with friends and people honoring Osvaldo. Very late at night, in the middle of rememberings, foggy loving, shared wine and noisy silences, Osvaldo's cracked voice appears among his breathing and shoot this. My book, La Patagonia Trágica, was banned and forbidden. We could say, not without some revolutionary arrogance, it hurt a lot the oligarchy, that this book was a shot in the middle of the chest for the establishment and, in a certain way, it fulfills his role in the fight. I don't know, maybe. But what a sad prohibition with no epic at all. At least, if Irigoyen or Perón or even any military dictator would have banned it, but no, it was Lastiri. The 2 months president, Lastiri. It was him who signed some insignificant paper that someone left on his desk about banning a book he had never read. And then Osvaldo, with his eyes becoming grey, put an end to his rememberings with this sentence. What a sad and pathetic epic was mine. Another little story. Osvaldo was feeling very well, but we were coming from 11 concerts in 11 different cities, many airports, late nights, hotels, conferences, some dirt roads, etc. And since we were in Cordoba, we decided to take Bayer to the best osteopath in town, who, by pure coincidence, happens to be my best brother, El Ching. We got to his house at 681 Bedoya Street, and the living myth of the native people sits in my brother's waiting room. And there he is, the doctor, in his white coat and with a book in his hands. 2 men of few words, let's say. Duel of memories. Bayer says, "Nice to meet you, doctor." And the doctor answers, "Here I have a map I've done about the places close to San Julián that revolted in 1922. Here we must imagine a bunch of transparent and colored sheets, as every map colored and arbitrary." The doctor keeps saying, and I wanted to confirm with you about where the Lieutenant Varela second column attacked during the first strike. Wow! Little silence. Professor Coppola, she was Bayer's inseparable lieutenant, and me stared at each other and hid into the kitchen. Eternal look between the anarchist and the physician. Tension. And after those 7 seconds of eternity, both of them already knew they had finally found their soulmate. Bayer looked at us and says,
"Che, Blas, your brother is crazier than me."
After that, just the two of them spent 45 minutes in the office. We didn't hear any groans or complaints, only dates, tired knees, military secrets, "Let me check that shoulder," documents from the high command, and thousands of historical etceteras. And I don't know more than that. I only remember Osvaldo flying, leaving the room. Indeed, full of smiles and flying. I don't know.
Sobre el exilio. Es un teatro dramático que hacemos sobre los años del exilio, que tampoco se habla. Un periodo realmente muy triste. Los que sufrimos el exilio, recibiendo la noticia de la muerte de nuestros queridos amigos, un Rodolfo Bosch, un Paco Rondo, un Haroldo Conti, por ejemplo, para decir 3, qué escritores y cómo fueron asesinados por la dictadura de la desaparición de personas. Bien, y justamente la música nos acompaña. Dicen que viajando se fortalece el corazón, pues andar nuevos caminos te hace olvidar el anterior. Ojalá que eso pronto suceda, así podrá descansar mi pena hasta la próxima vez. Y así encuentras una paloma herida que te cuenta su poesía de haber amado y quebrantado otra ilusión. Seguro que al rato estará volando, inventando otra esperanza para volver a vivir. Creo que nadie puede dar una respuesta ni decir qué puerta hay que tocar. Creo que a pesar de tanta melancolía, tanta pena y tanta herida, solo se trata de vivir. En mi almanaque hay una fecha vacía, es la del día que dijiste que tenías que partir. Debes andar por nuevos caminos para descansar la pena hasta la próxima vez. Seguro que al rato estarás amando, inventando otra esperanza para volver a vivir. L.Nebbia.
Muchas gracias y hasta siempre.